Now I get a few comments on how to grow out your hair, how to get that basically flow look to your hair where it's kind of just flowing back, and I thought, okay, why not make a video on it? And I'll go through every single step you actually need to do, the most important ones at that, for you to actually achieve this look. Now everyone will have most likely three types of hair: straight hair, wavy hair, curly hair. Now this is going to be a bit more difficult to achieve with curly hair, because curly hair is naturally just going to curl up, and you're not going to, I mean, you don't see curly hair people with curly hair running their fingers through your hair. A lot of this hairstyle is pretty much trying to just get that flow towards the back, where it's kind of flowing back. Now with curly hair, if you use a brush, it would be better, but I'll get to that. Now first of all, the first step is, it's more of a change in mindset than anything. You need to forget going to the barber shop. Whatever hairstyle you have right now, don't think about the barber shop for at least the next, I mean, it depends on how long you want this hairstyle for, but to at least get to this look, if you have some decent amount of hair, at least for the next, if you have some decently short hairstyle, don't think about going and getting your hair cut, or your fades or whatever, for at least the next 7 to 8 months, because that is not what we want. This hairstyle is anything but about the fade. And my opinion, I've mentioned in my previous videos, if you watched it or not, I don't like the freaking fades. I think everyone has it. I think it's time to move on from it. I don't know why people still think it's cool and get their stupid little tapers and stuff. Like, grow your hair out, man. Like, keep it natural. But whatever. Everyone has their opinion. But first of all, every 2 weeks, don't think, okay, I need to go and get my fade. Forget that. Just let it be. Let your hair be. Let it do whatever the heck it wants, right? Number two, hair care. Now, the biggest benefit with this hairstyle is literally for me. Like, literally, I remember when I keep saying literally, but 4 or 5 months ago, when I had a lot shorter hair than what I currently do have now, I used to use products. I used to use sea salt spray, texture powder, whatever, and I used to hair clays and stuff. And I often talk about it on my YouTube shorts. If you see, I will often explain to you how you can use those products. And those products are great. It works fine, but the greatest benefit, at least for me, is when I grow out my hair. I have naturally wavy hair, hence it, when it goes out, I don't actually have to use product. I don't use shampoo, I don't use conditioner, I don't use any freaking styling product. I literally use nothing but water on my head right now, and that's a great benefit. Again, it may vary for people with longer hair. Some people may have extremely flat hair, and you may need to use some product, get that texture into your hair. But for the most part, the benefit is, if you have wavy hair, even if you have straight hair, if you take proper care of it, you will not need to use products. With this hairstyle, it's just about getting that flow back. So you're not gonna have to, create some blowout taper or side part, or none of that. It's as simple as running your fingers through your hair. Like, every single morning, people talk about bed hair. I'm not trying to show off in any way or anything, but the simplest, like, literally every single morning when I wash my face, put some water on my fingertips, and run it through, and that's my hair set for the day. I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to sit there spending 30 minutes styling it. None of that. Now, when it comes to hair care, you want to make sure you shampoo and condition at least 2 times a week. I mean, maximum 2 to 3 times a week. It's not about at least. The thing you have to understand is, the more often you shampoo, I think if I had to mention one thing that's ruining most people's hair, is shampoo. First of all, they're using the wrong kind of shampoo with a bunch of crappy ingredients. I kid you not, that day I was just brushing my teeth, and I took a look at the ingredients from the toothpaste tube, and the one from the shampoo, Head and Shoulders one that's there in my washroom. I don't use it, but I saw at least 3 to 4 ingredients that are the exact same, and I could not process that. The same thing that's going in I'm brushing my teeth with is in you're putting it on your hair, but whatever. The point is, don't use harsh shampoos. You want to find a shampoo, a natural one. I know people, throw around the word natural like if it's a joke, but find one that does not have sulfate in it. That's the biggest big no when it comes to your hair. Find a shampoo without sulfate in it and use it maximum 2 to 3 times a week. You could use it more if your hair is straight, because the thing is, shampoo's job is to clean your hair. What it's going to do is dry your hair out, I mean, get all the gunk out and stuff. But the problem is, it'll often do more than it's supposed to. It'll take away the natural oils and nutrients that your hair actually needs. There's slight wave that you see to my hair. I did not have it in 2021. I remember going back to pictures of 2020, 2021. If I remember, I'll put it up here. My hair was so dry. It had literally no pattern to it, no nothing, no waviness. It was just straight, flat, flopping to the side. It was absolutely dry, and main reason was because of shampooing too much, which obviously I had not realized at that point. So don't shampoo more than 2 to 3 times a week. 2 to 3 times more than enough. Make sure you're using a sulfate free shampoo. And conditioner, I mean, if your hair, I mean, I don't need to use conditioner, but if you feel that your hair needs conditioning, more wave and curl your hair has, the more conditioning it needs. So I would recommend you use the conditioner only on your hair, not on your scalp. The shampoo, you want to prioritize, scrubbing your scalp. When it comes to the conditioner, you want to prioritize just leaving it on your hair, not on your scalp, because conditioners for your hair, not your scalp. Yeah, that should be simple. And when it comes to washing your hair, another very important thing is to use room temperature water or cold water. Don't go anywhere near hot water. Again, what this is going to do is dry out your hair. When it dries out your hair, it's not going to get a flow to it. It's not going to have that hole to it. It's just going to freaking flop all over your hair, on your forehead and stuff. You do not want to do that. And this could, I mean, this hair care that I'm mentioning to you, it could vary for a lot of different people. I have even made videos on it previously. You can go and check it out on my channel on how to, literally for every single type of hair. I think the video is called How to Have Amazing Hair. You can go and check it out. It'll have every single thing you need to do for each type of hair, wavy, straight, curly. The problem is, this can vary for a lot of different types of people. Some people could have straight hair. They may feel the need to, shampoo it less. Some people can have straight hair, may feel the need to shampoo it more. It's just up to you. But try to shampoo as minimally as possible. For me, like I said, I don't use any products. I wash my hair probably 4 to 5 times in the space of 2 weeks, and that is with just water, just normal to cold temperature water. There's nothing else I do to it. And the key thing is, when you after you wash it, a lot of, especially when you get to a decent amount of length, is how you dry your hair. This is where, at least for me, I can style my hair without having to actually use products. It just comes in the way you dry your hair, because your hair is wet, and then as it dries, you want it to stay in that specific way. I have a full video on it which I'll link down below. You can go check it out. It'll teach you the proper way to dry your hair, where you'll get your natural texture, but also prevent any damage. For most people, and me throughout my life as well, what we've been taught is, grab the towel and freaking rub our hair so aggressively. Don't do that. That's a huge mistake. You're breaking your hair. You're gonna lose a bunch of hair doing this. Do not do that. Check that video. It'll help you a lot. Um, yeah, what's next? I have a bunch of points noted down, so that's why if you keep on seeing me looking here, it's because of that. But yeah, go check that video to teach you how to have natural texture in your hair without damaging it. And if I have to mention the basics of that, it's just to basically grab a t-shirt, grab a very soft piece of clothing. Not, I mean, it could be literally anything, just something very soft, a towel. But the thing with most towels, it's extremely aggressive. It has those little like bits and pieces of texture in it, and it's extremely aggressive. You want to find something that's very soft, or find a t-shirt and then just literally scrunch your hair. Grab the towel and just do that, and then just kind of pat dry all over your hair, and keep doing that for about 7 to 10 minutes, at least for my length of hair, and it should be completely dry. You should get the look that you want, and that look will pretty much stay with you until the next time you shampoo your head. I mean, when you sleep, your hair may get a bit messy. Just put some water on your fingers so your hair will be fine. But and if you have curly hair, I would recommend brushing your hair a bit more, because that will help it stay in that flow look. Because with curly hair, it's very difficult to get it to a certain pattern. It kind of just, it curls up, right? With wavy hair or straight hair, you can make it go in a certain direction. With curly hair, it curls up. So you want to make sure you brush it back if you want the flow look. Yeah, I need to say, stop saying And another tip to train is to start training your hair to kind of flow backwards. And this is basically as simple as using your fingers and doing this the entire day. I mean, as you kind of grow your hair longer and longer, you kind of have to just do it, because otherwise it's going to get on your forehead like it does here. What this does is it trains your hair to go backwards. If I did not do this, if I did not dry my hair in a specific way, if I do not keep kind of pushing my hair towards back, it's going to start just flopping on my forehead, because that's what used to happen before. And in order to prevent that, I need to just keep running it through, and as it grows out, it's going to grow out in a pattern that just kind of flows backwards. This flowing backwards does not happen naturally. You need to train your hair to go backwards. I remember as a kid, I would see people, on cinema having their hair flow back perfectly, and I'm like, why is my hair not doing that? I need to fix this. But it's as simple as running your fingers through your hair every single time, whenever you need to, and that will train you to go backwards. Now, hopefully, I remember, I put up a picture of what my hair looked like in February this year and what it looks like now. You have to be patient with your hair growth. The time that it takes for your hair to grow can be extremely different for a lot of people. For me, my hair grows at a decently quick rate. For you, that could be very slowly. You just have to wait it out. For most times, I mean, I'll show you the two pictures, and that amount of difference probably took me, what is it, February, probably like 3 to 4 months for me to get to this length from what it was there. Now it could be different for you. It could take more time. It could take less time. Just be patient. I know a lot of people will talk about going through that awkward phase with your hair. I think it's nonsense. Like, what is awkward phase? Nobody looks at your hair and think, oh, your hair looks awkward. No, nobody feels that, right? I think it's just a bunch of nonsense. But grow your hair out. Now, the most important tip of the entire thing is to find a hairdresser. Now, the reason I say to find a hairdresser is when you have longer hair, the way you're going to cut it is with scissors. You do not want to, freaking go with the trimmer. And every single barber shop knows nothing but trimmers. I've made this mistake again and again in my life. The thing is, I live in Dubai, and I don't know if that's just a Dubai thing, but it's extremely difficult for me to find a hairdresser, someone who actually, at least for men, right? There's a bunch of hairdressers for women. These people, I don't want to, I feel like I'm being insulting in some way, but they do not know how. You go to most barbershops, they do not know how to use scissors. They literally have no clue. All they know is to do their damn fades, which even that they'll mess up sometimes. But um, you want to find a proper hairdresser, a hairdresser that knows how to cut with scissors. The reason this is so important is because I had longer hair than what I had right now in January or late last year or up until the end of last year. The main reason I cut it is not because I just wanted to get it off. I actually wanted to grow it longer, but then my hair started poofing out so much and it created this kind of like freaking mountain shape on my head that I hated, and then I could not help but cut it. And I'll tell you right now, I went to it. I cut my hair at least 3 to 4 times in the space of 2 months, purely because each time I cut it, I was not pleased with it. And then I started with, okay, I wanted to get, just a small little trim, and then it became more. I started cutting my own hair at home, but I literally bought this very scissor right here and started cutting my hair. The reason you want to do this is you want to get your hair even. The main reason, like I said, I cut my hair is not because I wanted it shorter. I just wanted it to be more even. My hair was poofing out too much towards the side. It was not flowing back in the direction that I wanted it to. It was just, poofing out too much, and then it just made my hair look like a freaking triangle. I did not like that, and I had no option but to cut it because I could not find a freaking hairdresser. Find a hairdresser. Do not go to the barber shop. Don't take that risk because they will mess you up. And the problem with them messing you up is you have to then end up cutting more and then more and more. You do not want to get to that stage. Just find a hairdresser. Trust me, it'll make the world of a difference. They will make your hair even, and what even means is, this size of your hair to the back of your hair to the top of your hair, they will keep it connected. I don't think my hair is connected one bit right now. It's not. It's definitely not connected. It's definitely not even. But let's hope that I can find a hairdresser. But if you can, find a hairdresser because that's the most important thing. And you want to get consistent maintenance trims from probably every 5 to 6 months, and this will allow your hair to grow out in a way that it'll never get to that weird looking stage, and it just keep growing out nicely the way you want it to. And as it grows on, as it grows out, it'll look better and better. So yeah, that's pretty much it for every single tip that I want to mention in how you grow out your hair. Um, and these are the basic tips. Again, if you have straight hair, maybe you could use some sea salt spray to get some texture. If you have curly hair, you could brush your hair back. But for the most part, basic things are, you want to make sure you're shampooing, conditioning maximum twice a week. Get proper maintenance trims, run your fingers through your hair, make sure it's kind of flowing in the direction behind. You could even use a hairband, those freaking circle little hairbands to, keep your hair going backwards. And I personally think it's one of the most versatile and was not versatile, but like a very natural and great looking hairstyle to get. You do not need to keep peppering it with your brush and your products and stuff. It's very simple, very easy. You wake up, you put some water in it, run your fingers through your hair, you're good to go, kind of a thing, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, move on from the fades, man. Move on from the fades. You can get any hairstyle you want, just move on from the fades. You should be good.